This guy's something else in an era where everyone's obsessed with offensive magic. He goes the opposite way, spending his days figuring out how to neutralize or hijack other people's spells. But that's not even Jack's limit. To speed up his travel, he casually nullified the friction under his feet, and a red magic circle flared up behind him in a flash. In his previous life, Jack was one of the 7 surviving heroes. With his masterful reverse calculation skills, he and his allies defeated the world's final boss, the Cataclysm Dragon. But just as the heroes dreamed of a brighter future, the dragon's heart suddenly erupted, wiping out all the heroes and leaving the world on the brink of ruin. Staring at his powerless hands, memories of the past flooded Jack's mind like a slideshow. When he roared and opened his eyes again, he found himself back in his younger body. The new Academy chairman announced the start of the entrance exam. That's when Jack realized he might be living his life over. But instead of excitement, he felt deep despair. If this was real, what was the point of his decade of desperate battles and the loss of his comrades? Once Jack finally pulled himself together, he faced the Magic Academy's entrance exam. Just like in his memories, his group included Aegist, a magic swordsman and fellow hero, and Romantica, who had died in his arms in his past life. The exam was straightforward, a race to the finish line, with the top 3 passing. Since they were in a virtual shadow world, using magic to interfere with others was allowed. As the countdown began, the exam kicked off. Aegist, the magic swordsman, surged ahead, while Jack and Romantica, both mages, lagged behind. In this world, nobles held absolute power, so Aegist, with his rare class, drew all the teachers' attention. Jack, the only commoner, was completely ignored. Meanwhile, Romantica accidentally stepped on a small creature while running. Charmed by its cuteness, she got distracted, and Jack couldn't resist teasing her about it. His overly familiar attitude annoyed the girl, but no matter what she said, Jack just smiled helplessly. That got Romantica fired up, and right then, Jack suddenly pushed her aside. A fireball whizzed past where she'd been standing a trap set by a student ahead. Upset that Jack had messed with her moment, she fired a fireball back. Romantica countered instantly, her sealing magic clashing with the fireball and overpowering the attacker, knocking him out of the race. Now only 5 competitors remained. Romantica was grateful for Jack's help, but insisted they were even now. Seeing Jack still smiling, she turned her frustration on the competitors ahead. She unleashed a gust of air, slowing down the 3 runners in front, while the second and third struggled with the sudden attack. Aegist, in first, sliced through the wind with his sword. The second-place runner wasn't so lucky. A falling tree knocked him out of the race, leaving only 3 competitors on the field. With just 3 left, Romantica ignored Jack and suggested he quit, since the exam spots seemed set. Jack flat out refused. Feeling her kindness brushed off, Romantica radiated an intense aura and summoned countless magic circles, launching an attack at Jack. But just when she thought it was over, Jack stood up unscathed, critiquing her magic's flaws. Infuriated, Romantica summoned her magic circles again.